Hello, just Mary Amber Hughes here, Essential Oil Educator. Excited to walk through doTERRA Essential Oils with you. And today's oil is Red Mandarin. Red Mandarin is the sweetest of all citrus fruits, and it is usually peeled and eaten whole and or used in salads and desserts. This is one that most of us are very familiar with. The rind is wonderfully unique because it contains the essential oil that we're going to be talking about, that has the properties we're going to be talking about. You know, many times, even myself included, we refer to tangerines as mandarins as tangerines, and interchangeably we do that. But it is very unique and different to tangerine, and it has a very unique chemical composition in the citrus world. So I want to just tell you that this oil is an oil that can be used all three ways. You will see here that aromatically it can be used as well as topically. We're going to talk about that. But here it's showing it can be used internally. And the rule of thumb is 1 drop in 4 fluid ounces of liquid. All right. So it comes from the red mandarin peel. You can see that disclosed right there on the bottle. So that's the oil we're going to be talking a little bit about. And it is very beneficial for the digestive system. So it's great to just, you could take 1 to 3 drops in juice or tea or a healthy drink of your choice to help with the supporting of natural digestive health and cleansing the digestive system in a natural way. This oil, it depends on how big your bottle is. When I say 1 to 3 drops, you just want to keep the rule of thumb as 1 drop for every 4 ounces of water that you have, okay? And this essential oil can be used aromatically, topically, and internally. So we would use that internally in our drink for our digestive support. We would use it topically also for cleaning and its uplifting benefits. So aromatically, we would use it for its uplifting benefits. It is great to diffuse in the morning because of its energizing effects and how it uplifts the moods. It also is very cleansing and clarifying and toning to the skin. So it is also a potent surface and skin cleanser. Has very wonderful cleansing properties. So it's a great addition to any of your do-it-yourself all-purpose cleaners that you may have a recipe that you make. Or you could also do something a little bit different and diffuse it first thing in the morning to get you moving up and around and energized. Or I encourage you also, because of its clarifying properties, you might want to try a drop of the red mandarin in with your favorite skincare products, okay? And just try and see how you like it in its cleaning properties. Now, when I mention using it topically, you do want to be aware that the main issue with essential oils is skin sensitivity. And so I always like to caution people that would put oils on their skin and then go out and be in the sun or in UV rays. So our little disclaimer is that it can be applied topically without dilution, but and it can be applied to the area of concern or reflex points. So when you might do that is like if you want those uplifting benefits, I put it on my wrists and in my thin-skinned areas and maybe behind my knees during the day when I'm getting up and around if I have it by my bed. You can put it up an upward motion over your heart to get that energizing, uplifting effect. And you could put it around the belly to help with digestive. Try it for digestive supports there. It's digestive support there. You do want to avoid direct sunlight or UV light for up to 12 hours after using it on the skin. So it's if it is in the fall time or when there's less sunlight out and you're not going out and sitting and watching a ball game or going out and putt-putt golfing in the hot sun, you're not going to need to worry about that if you're doing inside activities. But if you're looking for those uplifting benefits, then you might want to put it over your heart where your blouse covers your chest. And you may not want to lay out in the sun for 12 hours afterwards. So you can get these cleansing benefits real easily by adding this to your evening meal. And then if you're going to be in the rest of the evening during summertime, It's really great and refreshing to have with an evening meal or with an afternoon meal if you're not going to be out in the sun afterwards for a long period of time. And it makes a great flavoring for cakes and frostings as well. So you want to remember that it can be used in those ways as well. Now, I think I've covered that. The red mandarin emotionally, though, is really unique. It's one of the parent fruits of all modern citrus varieties, and I get this from one of my reference books. It's considered to be one of the sweetest of all. It offers that unique perspective that it invites individuals to see life through childlike eyes, appreciating the sweetness and wonder and innocence of life. Okay? Children are not easily set back or weighed down by the cares of this world. They're really much quicker to move on and bounce back after they encounter challenges. And Red Mandarin invites adults to embrace this healthier, more resilient way of existing as well. And it can be instrumental in supporting parenting. And oftentimes, parents, we forget the magic and miracle of the lives that have been created or accepted. And the demands of day-to-day living includes the stress of providing for needs and addressing emotional upheavals and sheer physical exhaustion, and it can dim our joy as parents. So, in our excitement and the purpose that children can offer. So, I find myself sometimes feeling overwhelmed and unappreciated and unable to meet the ever-present demands. This can lead to being discouraged, frustrated, angry, and filled with self-doubt. But Red Mandarin reassures us that while parenting can be extremely challenging, it can also be very rewarding and refining. And that's what life is about, right? It's refining and becoming a better version of ourselves, becoming more like Christ. And this oil encourages all parents and non-parents alike to remember the innocence of childhood, inviting us to accept the years of influence, that they're very short, and life seasons change, and children are constantly evolving and learning and growing. Red Mandarin refreshes the weary and the careworn people and assists them to refocus on the beauty contained in the simple moments of life with children. However, Red Mandarin reassures all who are overwhelmed that even though adult cares and concerns can be hard, life is still full of sweet moments that desire and deserve to be noticed. So it can move us from feeling overwhelmed and weighed down and joyless in parenthood or stressed and exhausted to seeing the sweetness in life, wondering, and bring back the wonder into our parenting, help us to feel refreshed and take joy in the simple moments, cherishing childhood and that innocence and positive perspective. So this oil is one that if you don't have, it's one you're going to want to have in your collection. It can be used with myrrh, frankincense, serenity, neroli, ylang-ylang, and green mandarin. It's great to just inhale from the bottle, or you can apply it around your navel or wrists or behind your ears. So that's Red Mandarin, and I hope that you have enjoyed learning a little bit about this citrus oil, and I hope you'll join me again as we walk through the essential oils together.